Okay. This is reading strategies. This is about court rulings. You're gonna have to do court rulings. You're gonna have to know. You're gonna have to be searching court rulings for me. You're gonna have to summarize court rulings. So let's get to it. What I expect from you. Okay. So look at the first one. It says I have objectives I want to master. Okay. Learn how to extrapolate the main components of a court ruling. Okay. Learn how to infer what a particular reading is about. Okay, this is reading between the lines. I just want to, I got a mistake here. Just want to say that there are challenges or difficulties I've read that a lot of you students face while reading a judgment, a court ruling, is non-familiarity with the legal terminology and also making the distinction between what is essential and what's not essential to know. Okay? Now look here, we have the second one. So strategies. The first one is pre-reading. You can take the court ruling, you pre-read. So here I just put some ideas here. You read the case name, read the first paragraph or two to understand what the parties are, okay, and the issue at hand is. Number three, read the first sentence of each paragraph, and that normally gives you the main idea of that paragraph. Number four, read the last paragraph to see how does it conclude. And once you've done that, you basically enabled yourself to get a general idea of the ruling. Okay? If we go to the next step, it's skimming. Skimming is different from pre-reading because basically skimming, you're reading lightly over all the text. Okay? You're reading phrases. Okay? You're basically using skimming when you need more information. Okay? Let's go for skipping. Now skipping, we normally don't explain this, but I read that skipping is, no, don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, don't need that, skipping, okay? And basically, here it says, judges often trace the development of a rule from the common law beginnings of its passage by the legislature, okay? Look at the note. There are three sections, apparently, you often don't have to include. The first one is discussion of the historical basis of a rule that has already been discussed in the previous case, and ancillary legal concepts that are not relevant to the legal concept being discussed. And the last one is examples of a principle that you already understand. They don't need to be included in your court, in your case study that you're going to be, your case brief, your summary that you're going to write about the court rulings. You can skip this information. Okay. Here is reading the court ruling, just reading per se. And reading doesn't mean you have to read every word, and that's understood. But reading, I just tell you, and I think you've been told before, you got to read fast, okay? Because in law, you have a lot of readings to do. In this course, you're not going to have a lot, but you're going to have enough. But you have to be able to read relatively fast, okay? And you know, like anything, it takes practice. When you start reading on a regular basis, you're going to get faster, and you're going to understand. And once you keep on seeing the same terminology come up, the same structure of a court ruling come up time in and time after again, you're going to get used to it, and you're going to be able to go faster. Okay? Here are steps to follow. Okay? When you are reading a court ruling, these questions need to be vitally answered. Okay, the first one is, what is the background of the case? The background of the case. What are the facts of the case? What is the legal question in the case? And how does the court or judge answer it? Okay, and the last one, what is the reason that supports the court's decision or the judge's decision to give his final verdict? Okay. This one, I thought could really be helpful. It's 10 tips for reading and summarizing case studies. Court rulings or case studies, same thing for me. And I have a link here, but look here. You basically have this page, okay? 10 tips for reading and summarizing cases, and it's good. I find it, that's why I found it. I said, hey, I think you'd really like it. Understand where the case comes from. Wrap your head. Wrap your head is an expression. Try to understand the parties, who's involved in this court ruling. Try to understand it really well in your head. Don't let it be, oh, it's blurry, I don't really understand, I'll continue reading. No. Understand who are the main parties in the court ruling before you continue. Okay? Don't skip the headings and subheadings. They're important. They give you information. Know how to determine if the case is a good law. What is good law? Read, you'll find out. Read the case within the case. What does that mean? Find out. Don't forget the footnotes. The footnotes are at the bottom of the page. And don't forget the highlighter. You know that yellow highlighter? Why? Check it out. You'll find out. Pay attention to the facts. The facts is, for me, it's the juicy part. It's the story. I love stories. A beautiful opportunity for you to practice your verb tenses. Understand the disposition, and study the case until you can explain it to your grandmother. Okay, I thought that was cute. So let's go back to this one. Okay, how to write a summary, because you're gonna have to do that in my class quite a bit. Okay, paraphrasing. That's the meaning. That means being able to explain something in your own words. Okay, it's quite straightforward how to paraphrase, how to summarize in English. One, you can't include your main ideas. No main ideas that come from you. No, nor your opinions. You simply summarize all the facts. Please note that you have to paraphrase. You have to use only your words. Okay, so if you do find there's a section you can't, because some things are hard to paraphrase, well then you need to put quotation marks on each side of these words. Okay, and I do not expect most of your text to have quotation marks. Okay. Your job is to be able to paraphrase. That is a skill which you can improve. Okay? Again, how to write a summary, paraphrasing. Have you realized that for Anglophones, when we have to summarize or when we do writing, we always have a dictionary, and the dictionary should be a bilingual dictionary, French and English or French and Spanish, if your first language is Spanish. The idea is it helps you come up with a vocabulary that's in French. How do we say that in English? That really helps you. And another resource that helps you is a thesaurus. Thesaurus. It's a little booklet. Anglophones always have one when we're writing because it allows us to find synonyms and antonyms quickly. And you need that when you are paraphrasing in your own vocabulary. Okay? If you don't have a thesaurus, don't worry. Some dictionaries are really good, and they provide synonyms and antonyms in the meaning section. Okay? So that is your last one. So class, the idea behind this is just to, your job is to understand this, and I think for many of you, you know this in French, because this is your 4th session. Again, you have done this a lot, looking at court rulings, being able to summarize the court rulings in French. Now you're basically doing it in English. So this should be different, which it is, but you should be able to recognize all of it, what I'm talking about, very easily. Okay? I wish you the best. Peace and love.